York's classic rock, Q1043.
And here he is.
Woo!
Flight Plan brought to you by our friends at Hyundai. Congratulations to you.
Could not have gone better.
I mean,
Yes.
wow.
Great game.
What a home opener.
Credit to the guys. They played their butts off, and it was fun. It's a fun game.
Well, Aaron Rodgers mentioned that he felt like himself.
And he
again.
looked like himself.
Now, from your perspective, Coach, how important was it for him to have this kind of game, not just physically, but mentally?
Anytime you have success and have the affirmation, it's a positive. You know, those are the things we've been seeing throughout training camp. It was really cool for him to bring that mobility, which we saw throughout training camp, out in the game, I guess, you know, and obviously it was organic and just the way he was feeling the game. But it was really good to see him show off that he still has the mobility, that he still has plenty of mobility to get out of the pocket, create off schedule, and all the off-platform throws that he made last night, you know. So just speaking humanly, anyone in his shoes would want that affirmation, and so I know he's feeling really good about it.
You're working really hard. I mean, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. I mean, you had the home opener last night, and here you are.
And what time did you actually go to bed then? How much sleep did you get?
It was about 4 hours. Got up, watched the tape.
Watch the
You
tape.
watched the tape already?
Yeah, oh yeah, got to get.
Okay,
There's no sleeping.
I still got the jersey on from last night. I didn't even get to take it off yet.
Well, on the tape, you saw that the defense was all over the Patriots right from the start. So, I mean, it really clicked for them in this game, especially, you know, after that first half where New England barely moved the ball. That's not what you would expect ordinarily to say. New England barely moved the ball, but the defense was just so strong.
Yeah, you know, it was great complimentary football yesterday or last night. You know, offensively we possessed the ball so well. Our third, you know, when you look at situational football, the red zone, third down. We were dominant in third down, and it allowed us to really tilt the field, the time possession in our favor. And I think at halftime we had over 40 plays, and they had, I believe, 21 or something like that. But so it was just a really good complimentary football, all three phases, and you know, it was just really good to get the win.
Coach, during training camp, you told me that your pre-game ritual is to run upstairs for an hour. What time yesterday did you do this?
You know, I didn't make it yesterday.
What? Now you have a new... Oh, no. You know what this means?
You know what? My family's in town, so I got a workout in at the house and jumped on that Peloton. And but no, I never made it out yesterday, the stairs.
Okay, well, the Broncos are up next, but you have some time off. But is there such a thing as time off? I mean, do your players have a few days off more than they ordinarily would, or do they have to come into work? I mean, what's the deal?
You know what? With the way the schedule worked out, where we had these 3 games in 10 or 11 days, however you want to look at it, basically kicked the entire organization out of the building until Monday. So the much needed rest for the coaches, players, trainers, equipment, everybody. Even the chef needs a darn break. So much needed, well deserved. But hopefully it just gives us a little refresher to get us back here just as strong from a mental standpoint and physically for that matter, so we can attack the next phase of the season.
But it's going to be a little weird with Zach Wilson on the bench on the other side.
When the Broncos...
No,
Yeah.
you know, we love Zach. We want nothing but the best for him, and I know he's going to get his opportunity again someday. He's got elite NFL talent. He really does, and you know, like I always tell people, it just takes some guys time to grow. You know, you look at Sam Darnold out there balling. You look at Geno balling. You know, they take time, and thankfully for him, he's got the athletic gifts for teams to want to his gifts are so good that teams are going to want to give him an opportunity. And when he gets it, it's going to click. He's going to be a really good quarterback in this league. It's just going to take some time.
Now, Coach, this was the Jets' first home opener in a while. The atmosphere obviously was electric. I know you're concentrating on what's going on. You're watching every single move on the field. You're communicating with your staff. But you can also hear the crowd. I mean, does that electricity like get into your body and get into your head?
Not that we can hear the crowd, but you can feel them. You know, you're just so used to noise. It's why we practice with music. It's why we practice with crowd noise. It's why we're always trying to operate in chaos. So it becomes very normal on game day, and you get used to it. You get used to being able to tune out all the noise. And, I've told a story before, it helps that I have 7 kids. There's always chaos in my house. So, and I've told the story before that, when COVID happened and everyone was kicked out of buildings and you were working from home, I was talking to Kyle Shanahan on the phone, and Kyle was always annoyed with me because he felt like I wouldn't listen to him on the headset. And anyway, long story short, he's trying to talk to me on the phone about the game plan, and he's like, "What the heck is going on over there?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" There's just chaos in my house. And he's like, "Your kids, what are you guys doing?" I was like, "Oh shoot, I didn't even realize they're yelling," because I'm listening for the voices that I need. So you train yourself to listen to the voices that you need, and I think, but you can feel them. You can definitely feel them, but hearing them, different.
How old are the kids, and do they stay up and watch the whole game? Do you give them a pass?
Oh, they were at the game.
Oh, all of them.
All of them. They go from 13 to 3, and now they're paying the price. They got to go to school.
Oh, you are so tough.
Oh yeah.
Well, head coach.
If you know what, if you're going to party hard, if you're going to play hard, you better work hard. And
head
learning
coaches,
that one at a young age.
Head coaches are by definition tough, Shelley.
That's right.
That's right. Tough. You're tough, but you got a tender side, right? Because you got to be tough because you've got to, exert that discipline, but you also have to be encouraging. You have to act as a mentor. You've got like 2 sides of the coin there.
Oh yeah, it's not so much tough, and it's more just be empathetic, and just put yourself in their shoes, and or at least sympathetic. But at the end of the day, we all get to do something cool, and whether it's school or get to go to a game, it doesn't matter. We still have to stand up and do our job.
I was just wondering, we're about to almost on the verge of the baseball playoffs. Are you a baseball fan? Can you follow this during the football season?
I am a God. I don't want to get in trouble.
Say it.
I'm obviously rooting for the Yankees and the Mets. Obviously, it's awesome to see the local teams do well. But I grew up a massive, massive Detroit Tigers fan. So watching this run that they're on is unbelievable.
It's been the best run since the All-Star break, isn't it?
I've never seen anything like this in my life. Just this run they're on has been epic. And now that they're tied in a wild card spot with 9 to play, I mean, I'm watching every game. My wife is mad because I got baseball playing at night when I get a chance, and we'll be watching. All weekend we'll be watching.
I'm excited about the Tigers as well, but I was very excited about the Lions last year. No offense. I mean, I can tell you, the great head coach of the New York Jets, right to your face, the Lions had me very excited last season.
He's from Detroit.
Well, remember, I grew up a Detroit fan, so, and my whole family is all still Detroit Lions fans. But
where did you grow up?
I literally grew up, I could throw a rock at their practice facility.
Huh.
Wow. Yeah, I've never been in the practice facility.
But where did you grow up?
Dearborn, Michigan.
You grew up you grew up in Dearborn. Okay, well, as a little kid, I was 6 Mile and Gratiot in the city, but then I grew up in West.
Oh, okay. So the Lions facility is like right on the border of Allen Park and Dearborn, and so just grew up right there. So,
well.
Coach, I got a question for you real quick. This defense, though, was so dominant last night, but we didn't have C.J. Mosley. Is there any update on him? Because he's a huge part of the defense. And
for sure. He's dealing. He's dealing with a toe, and if he could have pushed it, just wasn't worth it. We'll get him going next week.
Okay, and did you go to Fordson High or Dearborn High? Fordson. Okay. Thank you, Coach.
There it was.
Thank you. Congratulations. We are so stoked.
We are totally stoked, and we are completely stoked. That's the first time I think I've ever used that word in my life.
I think it is, Jim
Yes,
Kerr.
we are very, very proud to be associated with the Jets this year and to be the new radio home of the New York Jets. And we are so honored to speak with you this morning after your great victory at the home opener of this new season. Coach, you've got a lot of fans. I mean, a lot of fans here at Q104.3, and we thank you.
Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it. Hopefully a fun year to come, more fun times to come.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right, take care, guys.
It's 12 minutes after 8 o'clock here at Q104.3.
New York's classic rock, Q104.3.